Absolutely. They're angry. They are angry. You're going to be angry when your job is attacked, when your livelihood is attacked. And first of all, I went to school for education. It's hard. The schools I went to, they're pretty racist, but it's hard because you have to be able to go into the school and do some work, and then be able to do the book work, and then go into your master's. And of course, everything's different at the scholarly level than it is really in this classroom. And then that's where we came in at. We were like, you know what? We understand you got to do the curriculum, you got to do the testing and all of that. But these are part of our demands. So what people didn't see was a part of our SRO demands was like, yeah, eliminate the police, but we need to put something in place. And what we know we need to put in place, and this is for everybody, whether the classrooms are too big, whether the kids are having, like a lot of these kids have mental health issues. Some of these kids have special needs. And then we're moving education to, I don't even know what, I looked at this math and I told my daughter, don't do that like that at all. And so we know that they have personal days. We're advocating for self-care days.
Wait, I'm gonna pause you real quick. You heard what she just said about math. Told your daughter not. They change things so much that parents cannot help their children. We are unable to actually assist our children, but then when they're going to school and saying, I don't understand or I don't get it, well, why are, they want to say the parents are not being there or the parents are not enforcing or helping at home. Well, if we can't even figure it out, I'm going to expect my child to figure it out.
And I'm an advocate for everybody around. So, like, the number one thing that I was like, get the mental health care workers in there, they got to let every school gate. Okay, you need maybe 2 more. You got a frisky, that's fine. And then you have a mental health care worker, okay, but you're talking about schools with 300, 1,500 people now. You need more. Some of these schools have IEPs that outnumber, some of your best schools have a lot of children.
Let's talk about the kids who don't have IEPs, that they won't give IEPs to, but they got a plan of action for them.
The plans of action. And then the people who have to give the plans of action, how much time do they have? It's just like a regular social worker. You got so many case files. Why do we think that this is the way of socialism, like things we ask for? No, we're asking for equitable resources. And the schools who need them the most, they need them the most. And so that's something that we definitely demand. Especially with the situation that just happened at Iroquois. Let's just talk about Iroquois. Iroquois is a restorative justice. It's a restorative justice school. You're supposed to have in practice a protocol. People are like, why we gotta have a protocol? Because you're dealing with multiple children at one time. A parent at home with multiple children at one time puts in a protocol. She does. He does. You have to. You're dealing with 20 plus children in a classroom. Yeah, I want you to have a protocol. Because as an involved parent, there is going to be a problem. And I walk in schools most of the time during the school years, and especially my own children's schools. And I have seen these folks that they put in charge of these children. And I'm not just talking about teachers and regular staff. The other teachers, one of the kids supposed to have a fight. Okay, but you yanking him by his arm and everything. Okay, just because he was violent doesn't mean you need to in turn do violence on him. We need to grow away from that generation that was like, just a lot of people on my post, just beat them and whoop them. And this is why you're not on the campaign right now. We're going to beat them and whoop them, and then what they learn, this is somebody else. It's not the mama. Call the mama. Call the granddaddy. Call the, whoever. Call the family. Don't you go and do it, because I don't know what your intentions are behind that. I'm talking to my child.
What you're taking out
exactly.
on this child.
Exactly.
And when they took away discipline from their parents, that became part of the problem.
Because then you're turning the parents in for discipline their children. They can't yell at the kid. You can't go out here. You can't do this. You can't do that.
And punish them.
Right. And then we're saying something. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, the kid was upset, was quiet. Okay, he's quiet. So, let's match his level with what's going on. Can you put your hands on people? Those are, I get answers from kids like that. I don't even know. Kids tell me, this man hollering at this child the whole time. So then here comes the principal goes and starts hollering at him too. It's the same energy. You're going to use the same energy. The kid starts hollering back. They ask, why are you hollering? Because y'all hollering. This is what he sees. How's he supposed to know that he's supposed to bring it down a notch? Nobody's bringing it down a notch on him. And I also want to talk about the behavior that people have around children. And this is anybody. Oh, this is anybody. And some of the things that I hear people say out in public, y'all fully grown, and then some of the things I hear, people in different places where children are actually at, fully adults, be accountable to yourself and be accountable to these children. Make sure that we're not just holding space for them because, somebody has a bouncy house here or whatever. But our society is open to our children too. They are always to be seen. They are always to be heard. We have to stop with a lot of this old wives' tale type stuff. Our children inherit this future. And a lot of them in high school, like that little boy was 15, he got for 3 years, didn't grow. So what is he now supposed to do when he gets out here? Just be smart. That's all y'all want him to do. Go to school, study. That's it. What else he got? I want to know his other skills. I want to know what he can do with his hands.
Okay, so real quick, thank y'all for tuning in. Power 106.3 FMKY Radio. We are here on a special edition of Being LA's Room KY Radio. I have my guest, Ms. Chanel, here. She is the co-founder of the Black Lives Matter Louisville chapter. And we are talking about why it is so important to vote. Why it's important to rock out the vote. Why it's important to turn out the polls. Why it's important to understand your local government and legislation. And I can't even talk straight, y'all, because I got something on my brain and I need to do that real quick. So, based on what you just said, I'm from Indianapolis. For those who don't know,
I am too.
I'm from down east side. I grew up off of 25th College.
I was getting ready to say the same
Tech type.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that, too cute. Wait a minute.
Girls,
Phillips.
Jones, Manning's, Lovers.
Church of Christ and stuff.
I have to ask some people. It's a possibility. You never know. Okay, but back home, so then you're going to know what I'm about to say. Back home in Indianapolis, we had trades taught in school. When we graduated, 90% of us walked away with some type of certification.
I think they had it down in their charter schools too.
I moved here and they was like, oh, well, we used to have this at this school, but now that program's out there anymore. So what are you teaching these kids? There's no home ec. There's no type of trades or nothing being taught. The only school that they get any type of
I think Western has college.
Any type of real training that I know of is like Seneca, DOS, I think has a program. I know Central has a program. Manual, YPAS. Like those schools have like these actual magnet focused programs. But why do not all the schools have these programs?
That's what's confusing to me because like if we already know you sending kids to college, there's nothing outside of college anymore. You have college people with PhDs with master's degrees
that are out of work and homeless.
Out of work and homeless. Can we hear out of work and homeless and can't pay this $850 rent? Can't pay
the school loans back.
Oh my God, the student loans. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. How much time do we have?
We do.
Right? So, like, what are we building for our kids?
What if you got, there's children out here that don't want to go to college and what trade or what? So yeah, we got Job Corps. Shout out to Job Corps. That's all good and fine, but that's a whole nother option for people who have dropped out, gotten in trouble, whatever the case may be. Why are they going to Job Corps? Or they graduate and they're like, okay, now I don't know what I really want to do, so I'm going to go to Job Corps and figure out what I want to do and possibly pick up a trade. That's cool, but why is it not starting in schools?
To have a living and to talk about what it takes to have a living. Parents can only do so much at home. I talk to my kids about that. I mean, they're 10 and 7. Fine. You know what I'm saying? And then what they want to be when they grow up. That's cool. Let's talk about some real things. This is what you got to do to get there or whatever. Right. And not every parent knows. I help parents who, none of their family has ever been to college or even made it through high school. They don't even know how to get through that part. So you can't be all damning on the parent or the family all the time because you don't know what they
right, but then also, like I said, the back end of that is these kids are not even being given the opportunity to have options to figure out what they may be interested in. Because a lot of us go with this idea of, oh, this is what I want to do and what I want to be, and then go get this training and find out it ain't for them, but wasted all this kind of money. So my thing is, we grew up, and I'm an 80 baby, graduated in 99. We came out of school having opportunities and having these, what's the word? I want to say focus. We had focus.
20 years ago.
20 years ago, we had focused programs. So at Tech, if anybody know anything about Arkansas Technical High School, that was used to be a military base. So it's a whole lot of buildings. We had a nursing program. We had mathematics. We had science. We had computers. We had cosmetology, barbershop, we had auto, we had wood shop, you had home ec. You had all kind of programs, so you could bounce around to figure out if, okay, I got in this one, I didn't quite like that, well, let me go try this. When you left high school at Tech, 90% of us walked away with some type of hands-on training as a certification. I walked out of there with my hair license.
Feel me?
At 18.
They took it away from us.
That's what I heard. And when I moved there and they told me that, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You immediately can leave. You can immediately be
And
in school and get your
And go take your do your
Exactly.
apprenticeship, get your master's license, which is all that's changed again since I've been here. But it was just the thing of I don't understand why that's not a thing anymore. Because my thing is, at least you had some idea. If nothing else, you walked out and was able to go to work and had an idea of some type of experience.
Mhm.
Because most jobs don't want to hire you if you ain't got any experience.
I ain't gonna do it. We may never work.
At 18. And then we're going to talk about the society of you turn 18, you got to get out. You got to be on your own.
Nobody else does that but America. I'm telling y'all right now, nobody else does that. I went to Mexico, and the father was just like, oh no, he got to make sure he gets into a law office. And he's got to be there and buy his home. So he can't leave home until he has another home to get into. And they're not just talking about renting. I mean, I guess you could. You know, when you talk about Mexico City, that's a large city. But we're talking about like the
They
little
want to
city.
be established.
Exactly. They want you to be established before you leave the home.
Right.
They still believe in that. Carry on the name. and
A
stuff.
lot of cultures still believe in that. And for whatever reason, we do not. Which then goes back to tie in to about this legislation in our government. When you are breaking down the systems and taking away the options and opportunities, that gives room for the chaos and the dysfunction, I believe. You know? So, I guess what could be the possible partial fix? Because there's no one just fix for what is happening in our schools and in our government. What could be a possible partial fix that you think needs to happen, that our people, our community need to get behind and be pushing for?
One, get out and vote on November 5th. There is a school board race in District 4, is that right? And you need to read up on on the people, the candidates that are there. They just had an article that came out. A nice, decent amount of candidates that are in there, all the different views on all the most important things that are going on right now. And then you have the governor's race. Like I said, that's one of the most important races, and I think we have this attorney general's race since Andy's
governor.
Andy's leaving that position to actually run for the governor. So that position is going to be up, and you have a veteran in there and a new person in there. So please make a decision wisely, but let's make sure we stay away from Trumpers. The other thing is, get out here and I know people want to get paid to do this work, to do all of that stuff, but like, people for a long time did not get paid to make sure we had representation. And you have to hold your representation accountable. So like, come out to the offices where people are doing this work at, the Democrat office, or if you're a Republican, go to the Republican office. You know, we're trying to stay fair for folks, but we already know what's on the other side. The Democrat office is at 2600 West Broadway, the Southwest office at 3810 Dixie Highway. Come out all weekend, even on election day, help people get rides. I just shared the ride share number in there. They also have the A. Philip Randall's numbers on there. Lift up our not even our ancestors, lift up our elders who do this work year in and year out. They are tired, trust me, I know. They're asking me to help organize this and that, and I can't. I need y'all. We have to do it. One of our demands is community power. We have to have community power so we can build political power. We can build our own political parties as well. When we do this work, we raise up Fannie Lou Hamer. I don't think a lot of people know about her. We talked about police brutality, and then was like, you know what? I'm building my own political party. Making sure that we're checking in with the groups and organizations where we're, hey, what are you doing to come out and get out the vote this weekend? Hitting up your neighbors. Looking up on our social media pages. And we're going to send an email out later to look up the Logic page, and that is a page where you can find out where your precinct is. I'm trying to find this link I made. And then also there was the Elder George Burney has passed away, but he always held these motorcades for the West.